Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to RC Insiders. I got a cool new little gadget that I think you guys are going to want to check out. This is a new electric screwdriver set from KAIWEETS. Looks like a pretty handy little tool to have, like if you're into RC and drones like we all are. You can imagine the benefits of having an electric screwdriver. KAIWEETS makes a whole bunch of different sets, but I settled on the ES21. It's a 64-piece screwdriver set. It's got tons of bits in here, lots of little accessories that'll make our RC life a little easier. And especially like if anybody out there is into like say electronic repair, or you dealing with a mass number of small screws like a laptop or phones or stuff like that, you can really see the benefits of an electric screwdriver. I'm going to be doing a little maintenance today on a couple of the little tiny bashers, so let's get right into this KAIWEETS electronic ES21 screwdriver review. Basically guys, just like your anything else that we always go through your user manual, familiarize yourself with the tool that you're getting ready to use. No rocket science here, but there's a couple little things that you might want to read through and just familiarize yourself, just like any RC car or drone, right? So the KAIWEETS electronic screwdriver comes with this cool little hard case that it sits in, and everything's actually contained within it. So it's got a nice sturdy case that holds everything in it. It's got the little USB charging port here in the back. It does come with a USB charging cable. It comes with this little gadget here. It's called a magnetizer and a demagnetizer. If you're working on some sensitive electronics, sometimes you want to demagnetize your bits that you're working with. So that's a handy little thing to have there. And then you can remagnetize it with that as well. It comes with a nice little magnetic mat, and it's actually like a memory mat. So as we're taking apart our RC cars, we can actually lay out which screws came from what place. And it's magnetized, like I said, so that'd be a really handy thing to have. So now let's get into the cool part of it, which is the screwdriver itself. And this little case is just spring loaded, so you just push it in, and voila, out comes all the cool stuff. So basically what we got in here is every bit imaginable that we'll probably ever use for an RC car or a drone or something like that. It's got all your your Phillips bits, your star bits, your hex bits. Comes in the short variety of the bit, and also down here you got the long bits, and that is just magnetized right in there, so nothing really falls out, right? And that's the screwdriver. But if you flip it over, we got a whole nother set of bits over here, and this is more where your hex bits and flat bits and star bits are. And again, it comes in the short and in the long. Your screwdriver is just in here, and like I said, you can just charge it with your USB without even having to take it out of the case, or you can charge it while it's out of the case. And this is the screwdriver here itself. And remember guys, it doesn't have to be used as a electric screwdriver. You can actually twist it too, so it's a handy little tool that's going to come in handy in a lot of situations. So that's the screwdriver. Also inside here, what else you got? This long set of tweezers, and you know how often that we drop stuff down inside or whatever. It'd be nice to have these little tweezers to be able to just pick our little screws out of there, or when you're setting screws, helps a lot. And also has this little spade bit in here. If you're taking apart a lot of phone cases or laptops, like I said, and you use it as like a prying tool or something, once you get your screws out, that'll come in real handy. It's like a little scraper or paddle bit. I'm not sure the technical term for it, but we'll just call it cool. So it comes with that, and then we'll take a look at some of these bits. We'll see how they're like I said, they're magnetic. So when you put them into the chuck here, they just basically go right in and they're magnetized. So that's how they're held in place. Now the operation of the screwdriver itself, again guys, not rocket science, pretty simple stuff. Just long press the power button, and that gives you your battery life indicator, the strength of your battery. It does a cool feature with this, something different than I've seen on most electric screwdrivers, is you have 5 different torque settings on the tool itself. So really different, really cool. So you just again long press that, and then you can go through your torque settings. 4, 3, 2, 1, which would be the lowest torque, which I can basically hold that with my fingers. And then you long press again, and you push your button, and it would go back to the default of the 5th one, which is the strongest torque, which is I can't stop with my fingers. So you got all that 5 torque settings from 1 all the way up to 5, and everything in between. Obviously that's your screwing in button, the forward button, and then you have your backwards button, which is reversing, which is taking out the screws. So all cool. And then what we're going to do is we'll just give a little demo here. I'm going to be taking apart this little guy here today. Basically, again, like I said, you guys know your RC stuff. There's so many tiny little screws. Sometimes it's mind-boggling. But with this new electric screwdriver from KAIWEETS, we shouldn't have any issues with finding the proper bit. So right here, we're trying to get into these shocks and stuff down here and into the knuckles and try to get that stuff cleaned out. So we're just gonna pick out a bit here right off the bat. We got Phillips on the top. That one's a little too big. And like I said, again, you got all your slotted Phillips bits, just every bit that we can imagine, really. Okay, that one looks like it fits. So I'll give a little demo of this screwdriver in action. Remember, your reverse, so we're wanting to take these screws out. And remember, these long bits, they'll come in real handy, especially when you're going to put stuff back in. You know how a lot of bolts and stuff are recessed. So that's one. And like again, that magnetized bit, that's really going to help you keep track of those little tiny screws. And then we put it over here on the mat, and like you can see, the mat is magnetized. And we'll put it in its space there. You could probably draw on here with like a dry erase marker or whatever, guys. Like say this is for your the bottom screws or whatever you want to put on there. Again, magnetize makes a big difference. That way we don't have to use our tweezers when they drop down in there and we find them. Cool. Look at that, it sticks right to that mat. Get up there in the right place. And then again, so I'll just go ahead and demonstrate how they go back in. We'll go over here and pick one up with our magnetized bit. Get it set. It's really handy when you don't have to try to hold these with your fingers. And just stick it right in there. That's the torque it's got, so it's got pretty good torque. That's on the highest setting there. And again, if it ain't enough for you and you want to tighten a little bit more by hand, go ahead. But as we all know, these little screws on our RC cars strip very easily, right guys? We'll put a couple more of these in here. Look at how easy it is. I remember fumbling with those with my big meaty paws, trying to get these little tiny screws back in. Makes a big difference with the magnetized bit. Alright, so that's it with the KAIWEETS electric screwdriver. As you can imagine, guys, it's going to make our life with RC a whole lot easier, a whole lot quicker too. But the long magnetized bits are going to be the key to most of the stuff that we do, because like I said, if there's something recessed or down inside, you guys know how it is working on RC stuff. Being able to have a magnetized bit and getting down deep inside the holes with those long bits, it's going to make a huge difference. So all in all, I'm happy with it. It's got plenty of accessories here. Like I said, it's got the spade bit. It's got these super long tweezers. You can imagine how handy that those are going to come in. The screwdriver itself, it took about an hour to get a full charge on it. And you know, obviously depending on how long the screws are, they say you can get up to like 2,000 screws, but that could mean a million different things. So I'll let you know if the battery is not up to par, but so far it seems pretty cool. Again, everything is completely magnetized, so nothing falls out, nothing falls around. Especially if you got, you know, like 1,000 screws out here with a laptop, guys. This magnetic pad memory mat here is really going to come in a lot of handy. And I've been through gears and stuff on some of the bigger cars. Well, I'll end up with like 100 screws out here. So handy. The magnetic bits, the magnetic screwdriver, everything comes with it. Everything just fits right back in place in here. Nice and easy. Comes in this cool hard case here, and it just clicks in like that. Nothing falls out. Nice and steady. You can either charge it while it's in the case, because it comes with its own USB, or obviously you can take it out if you want to, and then you can get a good idea of the charge that it has. And then what was one other feature? Oh, the LED lights that are on the end. I don't know if you can see those, but that's going to come in real handy when you're working on something and you can see your exact work surface lighted up like that. And that's just a simple press of the power button turns that on and off, and then hold it long press. You can go through all your different torque settings, reverse and forward. So all in all, guys, happy with it. Very happy to get it. It's going to save me a lot of time and frustration, especially with everything being magnetized. As far as the KAIWEETS ES21 electric screwdriver set, gets 2 big thumbs up from us so far. If I have any issues with it, guys, of course, I'll let you know. All in all, I'm happy. I hope you guys are having a great fall. And until next time, and until next project, happy bashing.